If I send you an email and you click on this button, it says, okay, well, great. They clicked on this button, send them this email. Oh, no, they clicked on this button, send them that email. So you guys are constantly being bombarded with AI technology and software systems already. AI stands for artificial intelligence. Now, why am I telling you that? Well, last night I was over at my parents' house and they said, Lee, what are you doing tomorrow night? And I said, well, I'm giving a presentation on AI. And they went, what is that? And I said, well, it's artificial intelligence. And they said, ooh, that sounds interesting. It is a branch of computer science that aims to create intelligent machines that can perform tasks that typically require human intelligence. AI involves the development of algorithms, models, and systems that can learn from data, reason, perceive the environment, and make decisions much like human beings do. AI's impact on the job market, the economy, and societal norms remains a topic of intense debate and discussion. Now, say what you will about AI. I think one of the biggest fears that a lot of people have about it is that it's going to eliminate jobs. A lot of people said that about the internet when it first started. Oh my goodness, jobs are going to become obsolete, and certainly some did. But I think the internet has created more jobs and more opportunity than we had before the internet. Working from home, that did not exist for most people until we had the internet and the ability to work from home. So I'm a big proponent of AI, not from the standpoint of putting people out of work, but rather figuring out ways that we can be more effective, more efficient, so that we can do things in less time, generate more income, more profits, so that we can do more to give back. So that's the goal here, is to figure out how we can utilize some of these opportunities that might reduce the amount of time that you have to invest in and on your business. Said differently, make more money in less time, which frees you up to go do more community service and whatever it is that you are passionate about. Clara Shih, the CEO and co-founder of Hearsay Social, said this: rather than wringing our hands about robots taking over the world, smart organizations will embrace strategic automation. Strategic decisions will be based on how the technology will free up time to do the types of tasks that humans are uniquely positioned to perform. Again, this is not about eliminating humans. This is about making humans more efficient. Now, let's go back and look at some of the history here as it relates to AI. I apologize that some of these are really small, but we had a lot of information to get on one slide. So just lean in and get closer to your computer. 1940s and 1950s was the birth of the term artificial intelligence by John McCarthy in 1956. Early artificial intelligence research focused on symbolic reasoning and problem solving using mathematical logic. So back then, a lot of math around the topic. And that's weird. I'll just open them all up. In 1960 to 1970, there were some rules-based and some expert systems being implemented. Researchers developed rule-based systems and expert systems which utilized if-then rules to mimic human expertise in specific domains. So if we know that the process normally, if this happens, then we do that. And if this happens, we do that. Okay, so if this, then that. That was the early stages of the technology behind AI. The General Problem Solver, or GPS, was created by Alan Newell and Herbert A. Simon, an influential AI program capable of solving symbolic problems. I thought GPS stood for Global Positioning System. I'm looking at Michael because he's the COO/CTO. He's the technology guy in the office.
You're not wrong, but it can stand for multiple things.
Yeah, my pastor said it was God's positioning system the other day.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, okay, that's pretty interesting.
David's kind of smart.
General problem solver, though. That's what it was in the 60s and 70s. Then we go to the 80s. And now we get into the knowledge-based systems. AI research now shifts towards knowledge-based systems, which store domain-specific knowledge for decision-making and problem-solving. Neural networks gain popularity, inspired by the human brain structure, heading to advancements in pattern recognition and learning algorithms. Now, 1980s, 1990s, IBM coming in strong in the computing space. You guys remember back in the 70s, the big supercomputers? What was the one that took up like a whole city block? These computers were gigantic. And by the time we get to the 80s, you remember the computers, they got even smaller and smaller and smaller. I remember, I think it was 1983, I was in elementary school. Yes, I'm aging myself here. I was in elementary school and we were playing the Oregon Trail on, what was the first Mac, Michael? The first Mac.
The Apple IIe?
The Apple IIe, is that it?
That would have been
You gonna Google it?
The first main one out in school systems, the old Apple II.
Some of you guys remember this. Some of you were in your corporate careers at this point, and others of you are like 1983. That's when my parents were born. I get it. Yeah, I remember playing the Oregon Trail, and we would get it on the floppy disks. Remember the 3.5?
Well, it's 5 1/4 first.
5 1/4, yeah. 5 1/4 floppies, and then we went to the 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're dating ourselves, but this is where AI now goes into the learning system. Now, let's fast forward to the 2000s to present day. Machine learning, particularly deep learning, and neural networks experienced significant advancements in various applications. AI technologies became integrated into everyday life, including virtual assistants, recommendation systems, and self-driving vehicles. The rise of big data and cloud computing facilitated the training and deployment of AI models at scale. Now, if you're like me and you just happen to join this presentation on this slide, right now you're going, why in the world do I care about any of this stuff? Well, I'm a big history buff, so I like to know the foundation of where something comes from so that I can better understand the reason why we're dealing with it today. Now, for me, the easiest way that when I think of AI, I always go to Amazon, right? So you go to Amazon, we've all been there, and you buy something, and it says, hey, because you bought this, you might also like this, and that, and it makes recommendations. Well, a lot of those recommendations are coming from, hey, if they buy this, then you present them with that. And if they buy this, you present them with that. So it's all of this technology coming to fruition now. Many of you don't even know this, but a lot of marketing systems today, if I send you an email and you click on this button, it says, okay, well, great, they clicked on this button, send them this email. Oh, no, they clicked on this button, send them that email. So you guys are constantly being bombarded with AI technology and software systems already, but they're not doing it to take advantage of you. They're doing it to make the communication with you more streamlined to the topic that you want to talk about. For example, you inquire about a loan with me and I send you information about, buying Nike shoes. That doesn't make any sense, right? So we want message to market match.